Good afternoon. Welcome back to another session with Sourajit. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. So I didn't want to teach you something that is very difficult to understand today. Instead, we have something very interesting. Did you guys know that there are two different types of potatoes that we usually eat, right? A potato that you usually put in all sorts of curry, and sweet potato that you don't put in all sorts of curry. You have to be careful with how you go around with. If you don't know both of these kind of potatoes, go talk to your parents about this. This is a common ingredient in your kitchen all the time. But interestingly enough, both the potatoes are not the same part of the plant. Okay. Why? Because one of the potato is actually a stem, and the sweet potato that we are talking about is actually part of root. My God, this makes no sense at all. No, how can they be so similar to each other and yet completely different part of a plant? That's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to your YouTube channel of ODA Class. If you don't know what we do here at ODA Class, we teach students in the most innovative manner possible. We have wonderful teachers from NITs and IITs who take care of the students starting from first standard till 11th and 12th standard as well. You can definitely join for one of our courses, which is kind of our, second most favorite course among the students, and this is called as a bridge course. In case of a bridge course, all you have to do is attend the classes for 1 week. The class starts from Monday. Every Monday, we have this course going on. The duration is 1 week, as I mentioned. You will be taking 6 days, of course, with us. Sundays, of course, off. Not only about the studying part, you will also get study material, exam prep, as well as your very own homework on the app itself. The best part of this program is that you will get a personal teacher. Now, I, for example, am teaching you on YouTube, but I might not get to connect with you and clear your doubts all the time. That's the reason why we give you with a special personal teacher who is like a guardian angel to you, and they will take care of all your queries, clear your doubts, and make sure that you understand and taken care of from a student's perspective. So do not delay because there are only limited seats to this program. All you have to do is go to our description and you can find this link right there. Go to our description, find this link, click on it, and enroll. You can be the lucky of the students in today's enrollment jam because the scholarship that gives you for 29 rupees of price is limited to few seats. So make sure that you reserve yourself for the best offer possible and go to the link and enroll right now. Now, moving forward, what we are going to do today, as you know, we were talking about, potatoes and why different types of potatoes are different from each other. And today I'm going to be a teacher. My name is Sourajit, this guy right here. And I've been teaching for 6 years. I'm a biologist, molecular biologist to be more specific. So I study about genes and DNA and all. If you want to learn more about these things, definitely subscribe to the channel because we're coming up with more and more interesting topics every single day. Now, moving forward, what we wanted to discuss today is why normal potato is a stem, whereas sweet potato is actually a root. Keep that thought. Now, first of all, before we go to that, we need to understand what is potato actually. Potato is called a vegetable, right? Do you know the difference between fruit and vegetable? Well, it's very simple. Vegetable can be any part of a plant body. It can be leaf, it can be stem, root, flower, any of it except fruit. Fruits are only fruits. Okay. For example, an apple would be fruit, whereas your potato is a vegetable, isn't it? Curry patta would be counted as a vegetable, but not as a fruit. Why? Because fruits will always have seeds inside them, and fruits are usually the transformed version of a fertilized ovary. That's how you can differentiate between these two things. Okay. And that's one of the reason why tomatoes are fruit, by the way. They are not vegetable, but it is unwise to put them into fruit salad because the taste just doesn't go along with it. Now, the first thing first that we need to understand is why our different plant body parts are different in a way. Now, what happens in case of certain plants, the plant is producing so much food, it doesn't have a place to, use it. Okay, overwhelming amount of food. Let's just say it's a green revolution, just like green revolution happened in India decades ago. It's a green revolution in the plant's body also. Itna khana bana rahe hai ki they don't know what to do with this. Now, what do you do when you make a lot of food and you cannot eat them right now? What do we do? we put it into a refrigerator or we try to preserve it in some other way. Correct? Everybody agrees? Nice. Same thing the plant is also trying to do. They don't want to waste that food because that food is basically energy. Why waste energy when it is already so scarce? So what they are going to do is they are going to use some of those plant parts of their body, their own body parts, such as root or stem or some other way, and they will store that food there. Okay, they will store that extra food in those body parts, because of which modification takes place in those places. Okay, now modification can not only happen to roots, it can sometimes happen to your stem of the plant and even sometimes on leaves. That's one of the reasons why sometimes when you must have seen these certain kind of plants where the leaf is really thick. One of the perfect example would be your bryophyllum, which is also a very interesting leaf because this leaf can grow more trees from the leaf itself, doesn't need seed or anything. Another excellent example of how food can be stored in different body part would be cacti. Cacti usually don't have leaf because they need to fight against the transpiration in desert climate. So what do? They lose all the leaves, turn them into thorns. But who has to cook the food? The stem. And after cooking the food, where do they store it? They usually store it in the stem as well. That's one of the reasons why cacti has such a thick, bulgy stem most of the time. So, what did we understand? Certain body parts of plant can be used to store food when you grow a lot of it. Now, in case of both the type of potato that we're talking about, that's exactly what is happening. In terms of your normal potato, the basic mango people potato that we're talking about, those are called as a tuber. Okay, they are tuberous stem. Remember that. They are tuberous stem. These kind of potatoes are nothing but a short and thickened part of your stem of the potato plant that has stored a lot of food in it. If you pay attention to this GIF, you'll get to know. And how you can know that potato is a stem is because when you look at the potato, you can always see the nodes and the internodes of a potato exactly like how you can see it on stem. You have learned about nodes and internodes in your 6th standard biology, where nodes are the places from where the branches usually come out from a stem, and internode is between two nodes, the gap, isn't it? So when you look at potato, you can also see the nodes right here. And when you put the potato for growth, that's exactly where the plant also, your branches of the potato will also grow out of. So remember this thing that normal potato is a tuberous stem. Now, what about the sweet potato that we were talking about? We'll go to that, but let me give you two more examples of modified stem. For example, ginger is also a modified stem. See, you can see the nodes right here. Those curves that you see, those are the actual nodes. And from some nodes, even another stem can grow as well. So these kind of modified stems are called as rhizome. On the other hand, haldi or turmeric is also a type of rhizome, by the way. And then you have bulbs, such as onion. The actual stem is this part. The leaf comes out from the soil, but rest of the stem actually stays beneath the ground. So these are just some different types of modified stems, except tuber, which is your potato. Now let's talk about another type of tuber that does not happen to the stem, but to the root of the plant. And that is a type of tuberous root. So sweet potato, on the other hand, is not a tuberous stem, it is a tuberous root. It's the root that has stored so much amount of excess food that it has fattened up itself. Not only sweet potato, there are many other examples of modified root as well. For example, your carrot is also a modified root. Even radish and turnip. These are all different types of modified root only. And not only these, there are more examples. Let me show you two of the most interesting ones that I find. One is called as stilt root. Stilt root can be visible in very tall grass type plants such as sugarcane. Now the plant is so tall that when the wind comes, it will have to fall down. So to support the stem from falling down, these extra roots, they come out from the side and penetrate into the soil, giving it a strong hold so that it doesn't bend and fall down. Same thing happens with banyan tree. These kind of roots are called as prop roots because they come down from the stem and reaches the ground and then grows into another stem eventually. We call them prop roots, or sometimes we also call them as aerial roots because they are coming through the air. falling down like a creepy, viney structure. So these are just few of the different types of modified structure of plant. Except that also, there are so many other versions of these kind of structures that you can see. For example, pneumatophores. Pneumatophores are another very interesting type of modified roots that are designated to breathe. In mangrove areas, when there is a high tide, the water keeps the root completely enclosed. So there is very less chances of exchange of air. So in those areas, the plants have come up with such a notorious way of breathing that they have designed root that comes out of the ground and above the water level so that they can exchange gases. Of course, they need to exchange gases. Without that, they would practically die. They are also aerobic organism like us. Now, this is the main reason why your normal potato and the sweet potato are not the same thing. One of them is a tuberous root, one of them is a tuberous stem. Now, moving forward, what I wanted to tell you is that you can definitely not only learn this, but go ahead and try to learn more and more. Here is a bunch of potatoes summoning the Lord of whatever it is, and we wanted to make sure that you enjoy the class and make sure that you join for our classes as well. If you want to, it's a very easy process to do. All you have to do is go to the link on your description and enroll yourself immediately. You can be among the luckiest students who can actually enroll for such a low price, which is only 29 rupees. This 29 rupees is also not really necessary because in our classes you get rewards as well. So in case you are answering questions, submitting assignments, doing your homeworks properly, attending the classes properly, you can actually win virtual money that is called ODA coin. 4 of these ODA coins is equal to 1 rupee. And in class, you will be winning hundreds and 200s and 300s of coins automatically. So if you calculate properly, you're hardly paying 29 rupees. You would be paying 4 to 5 rupees for an entire week of 6 classes with best teachers in the country. So do not delay. Make sure that you go ahead and go check out our course. Click on the link on your description and that should take you directly to it. Now, in case you're wondering what else you're going to get for the course, let me give you a little glimpse of it. This is a 1 week course, so you have six classes, 3 classes of science, 3 classes of maths. If we get too generous, we might give you English as well. And you will also get the material. You'll get the study material that you need to go through the chapters. You will get your homeworks on the app and exam prep material as well. Now that you're joining a new class this year, definitely you will need somebody to guide you how to navigate this entire forest of a new standard itself. And that's what the supporting teacher that we provide can give you a great amount of support. Definitely enroll if you are one of those students who require extra support. Not only you'll get the support of master teachers like me, you will also get the support of your specific mentor teacher who will take care of all your needs. Once again, if you are interested, go ahead. The link is in the description. Make sure that you enroll yourself as quick as possible so that you can be part of the limited seat that we have. Thank you very much for joining in. Make sure you join for ODA class and earn as many coins as possible and keep learning. Give us a subscribe and a like on the video, and we are hoping to see you tomorrow once again. Enjoy the rest of the classes as well.